Good morning student, this is the lecture of object oriented programming using C++. We have already started our unit 3, that is extending classes using inheritance. In the last session we have studied the different types of inheritance. In that we have seen the single inheritance and multi-level inheritance. So in the today's session we will see the multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance and hybrid inheritance. So first one is a multiple inheritance. In the concept of multiple inheritance, there are multiple base classes and a child class. The derived class can attain its qualities from all the base classes. Please see here, in multiple inheritance there are more than one base classes. Here in the diagram, base class 1 and base class 2. And by using these two class we are creating new, that is a derived class, that is a child class. Now this child class has both the properties of base class 1 and base class 2. Just take the example of our family. See here, the first base class is our mother and second base class is our father, and we are the child. So in our so both the features of mother and father will be inherited in the child. So this is nothing but the multiple inheritance. Here we can create number of base classes, more than one base classes. So see here the syntax. Class A is a base class. In this we can write its own private, public or protected members. Also we can write the member functions. Next is a base class second, that is a class B. Again in this definition of the base class we can write its own public, private and protected data members and member functions. Now in this syntax, class A and class B both are the base classes, and now class C is the child class, or it is also called as the derived class, and it derived from both the class A and B. So here we are writing public as a keyword. A is the name of the base class. Again public is a keyword. Visibility mode, okay, again it is called as a visibility mode, and class B. These are the two base classes, and from that base classes we are creating new one, that is class C. And in this code we can write the data members and member functions of class C. This is the syntax of multiple inheritance. See here, what is the difference between multiple and multi-level inheritance? In multi-level inheritance, first we have one base class. After that, by using that base class we can create the new class called as an intermediate class, and after that by using intermediate class as a base class we can create our new derived class. It is also called as a child class. So there are the three levels. First one is a base class, also called as a parent class. Medium is a, second is a what, intermediate class, and third is a child class. And in the multiple inheritance there are more than one base classes, and by using that base class we can create the new derived class, that is called as a child class also, and that child class has both the features of the class A and class B, means all the base classes. Now we will see one program of the multiple inheritance. See here, class base class 1. It has one public data member function, that is a void show, and in that void show we are displaying the this is show function of first base class. In that we have written this is show function of first base class. So this function is for first base class. Again here is the completion of definition of first base class. Next is a class base class 2. In that again we have written one function, that is void show 2. This is the 1, this is the 2, and in that we have written this is show function of second base class. Now this is the function of first base class, this is the function of second base class, and these are both the base classes for the new derived class. Now here is a derived class, here the second base class is completed. Now these are the two base classes. The third one is a derived class, that is a class derived class colon public is a visibility mode base class 1 comma public is again visibility mode base class 2. Now these both functions, that is void show 1 and void show 2, which are respectively from base class 1 and base class 2, is accessible for the new derived class because the visibility mode is a public. Okay, now in the public section of the derived class there is a third function, that is a void show 3, and in that we have written the this is show function of derived class. Okay, this is for derived class. Now the completion of the derived class. Next, in the main function we are creating the object of derived class, that is a derived class D. Now D is the object of derived class, and by using this object now we can call all these functions, that is a void show 1, void show 2 and void show 3. Why? Because all the functions are the public, and we have derived this derived class from the base class 1 and base class 2. So both the function, that is a void show and void show 1 and void show 2, can be accessible by using the object D. So D dot show 1, D dot show 2 and D dot show 3. Here we are calling the all three functions, all three show function. Now what is the output of this program? First it will call the D dot show 1. Now what is the D dot show 1? This is show function of first base class. Now what is the second? This is show function of second base class, and last is the show D dot show 3. Now this is the show function of the derived class. So what is the output of this program is what? All these three lines. This is the show function of first base class, of second base class, and last one is for derived class. So here these are the two base classes, base class 1 and base class 2. This is the derived class, and for that we are using the two base classes. Here is this line is very important, class derived class colon visibility mode base class 1 comma base class 2. Suppose here we can write we will write the class base class 3. Now by using the comma we can write comma public base class 3, means more than one base class. So this is the simple example of base class, multiple inheritance. Now second is a hierarchical inheritance in C++. In hierarchical inheritance is a kind of inheritance where more than one class is inherited from a single parent or base class. So it is a opposite of multiple inheritance. Why? Because in multiple inheritance there are more than one base class. Okay, and in hierarchical inheritance here more than one derived class which is inherited from the single parent or base class. Especially those features which are common in the parent class is also common with the base class. So here is the diagram, here base class, and by using this base class we can derive more than one derived class, that is a derived class 1, 2 and 3. It is a hierarchical inheritance. So here just like suppose we can define base class as a shape class, and by using that shape class we can write the data members as length, breadth, radius, okay, again width, okay, and By using this shape class, we can derive class like a circle, rectangle, square, triangle, etc. So by using this derived class, we can access the members and member functions of the base class. Now we will see the syntax of hierarchical inheritance. That is a class parent, class name. So this is a parent class means what? Which base class, common properties and methods. Now in a derived class, class derived class 1 colon visibility mode may be public, private or protected, and parent class name, which is the same as the parent class name. Here again common properties and methods which has inherited from the parent class. Now is a second derived class, that is a class derived class 2 visibility mode. Again it may be a public, private or protected, and after that parent class name. Here again common properties and methods. Like that we can create number of derived class from the same base class, that is a parent class name. Okay, this is the syntax of hierarchical inheritance. Now we will see the program which explains the hierarchical inheritance. So here is the example, that is the program of hierarchical inheritance. See here, class number. Class number is a parent class or it is a base class. In that private member are integer number. In the public section there is a function, that is a get number, which is used to take number from the user. In void get number, cout enter an integer number. By using cin we can get the value from the user, that is a num. Integer return number, this is another function in the public section of the class number, that is a base class. Void return num. So this function is used to return the value of the number. Now this is a first derived class, that is a class square. Okay, class square is a derived class which is derived from the number. Colon public is a visibility mode. So all the public members of the class number will become the public in the square class, and private member become protected in the square class. Public number is a base class. Now in the public section, integer get square. So here by this function is used to calculate square of a number, but this number will came from this void get number function. So integer number comma square, num equal to return number. This function is used to return the value of the number num, which is come from the user. So num equal to return number, it will get number from the class number. Now square equal to number into number. To calculate the square we can we multiply same number. So number into number, and it will return the square. It will return the value of the square to this function. Now second is the class cube. Again this is the derived class, this is the derived class, and which is derived from the base class number. So public number. In the private section there is no any data members. In the public section get, here is a function get cube. So integer num comma cube, again number equal to return number, this will return the value of the number. Cube equal to number into number, and return cube, this will return the value of the cube to this function. Now integer main. Here in the integer we have to create object of both derived class, that is a square objects, object S, and cube object C. Now these both are the derived class, and we are creating object of that derived class. And here we are defining two data members, that is the integer, square and cube. Why? To get the value which is returned by the function. So object s dot get number, by using this we can get the value from the user. Again square equal to object s dot get square. So by this function, first we will take the value of the number from the user. After that, by using this get square function, we will perform the operation, that is n into n, that is number into number, and it will store the value into the square. Now it will this cout function will display the value of the square. Again, object c dot get number. Here we are taking number for the calculating cube of a number. So cube equal to object c dot get cube. By using this get cube function, we can calculate the cube of that number and it will store into this cube variable. Now by using this cout function, we are displaying the value of the cube. Now see here what is the output of this program. Enter an integer number 10. Square of 10 is 10 into 10, 100. Enter the integer number, that is a 20, and for the cube 20 into 20 into 20, that is a 8000. So this is the simple program of hierarchical inheritance. So in the next section we will see the hybrid inheritance and virtual base class. So for this session we have studied what first is a multiple inheritance and second is a hierarchical inheritance. Thank you.